Alright, in this video we're going to talk about how to shut off the sprinkler system with a winterization valve. Lucky you, you got one of these, you don't have to get inside at all to turn off that sprinkler system. So you could turn your ball valves just like any other of the videos that we have. You could shut off the sprinkler system here at this point. But if you have a leak in this section, or if you're shutting it down for the winter to get all the water out, you'll need to turn off the winterization valve. This one is an alleviator. There's several different models out there, but this is probably the most common one that we see. It takes a key to turn this thing. On the inside of this cone is a rod that we're grabbing the end of with this key, okay? This rod actually extends inside past that frost point, and we're doing that shut off on the far end of it there. So this rod is extending all the way in, and we're actually turning that to turn it off on the inside. So it's very counterintuitive here as well. Since it is on the inside that we're essentially closing, it's backwards out here as we're turning it. So to remind us, there is this nice stamped open with an arrow telling you which way to turn to get it open. In our situation, we want to close it, so we'll turn it the opposite way, and it turns a bunch. It takes quite a few turns before it finally does stop, but it does stop. Once it gets snug, now the system is completely off. So now that we've turned the water supply off to the sprinkler system, we're ready to drain out the rest of this water. So to do that, we're going to open up our drain at the bottom here. A lot of these assemblies will have a plug in there as opposed to an actual hose bib, but either way, you want to open this up however that is, whether it's removing that plug or just simply opening that drain. All your ball valves need to get turned to a 45-degree position. We're needing them halfway between open and closed. Same goes for our test ports here. You'll need a flathead screwdriver, but you want those to be halfway between open and closed. You can see how much more water is released there when we're breaking that siphon. Now we've allowed all of that water to drain out at this point. So the last piece of this puzzle, we do have water left in this pipe leading to the sprinkler system. So the last thing we would want to do is just go to our controller and manually open a couple of zones so that this water can drain down and be under the ground past that freeze point that we're worried about.